All right, good morning, everyone. You are still working on story structure today, still working on Felina. So I made a PowerPoint just like yesterday. Make sure you're listening for that challenge word in order to ask for help today. If you don't know my challenge word, Miss Major will not help you today. So first thing, if you have not done Monday or Tuesday's reading exit tickets, it's going to be a little difficult in order to do today's. You need to answer those first before you move to this, all right? So today is still working on story structure. This means look for that character. Felina's our main character. You're gonna notice our setting's gonna begin to change. We found out that Felina is living in a forest that is starting to be overrun because they're putting a big road there. Yesterday, a lot of you wanted to tell me that Felina wants to build a bridge over the road. Boys and girls, keep in mind, she's an animal. I don't think she can build a bridge. What I do know is that she's trying to find a safer place for herself because of all the noises from the road and her forest that's starting to become a little bit smaller. There's a new challenge that starts to happen today on the first page that you read. So, keeping this in mind, you're going to notice when you're reading today, you're going to start on the page you left off on yesterday. So, that'll either be with the stork, or you're going to start off right on the page where Felina starts to cut her paw. And that kind of worries me a little bit. I wonder why she cuts her paw. You're going to stop on the page where Felina starts talking to the manatee. So, how are these animals getting hurt from pollution? What I do notice on the first couple pages, and I hope you take a look at it as well, is that Felina got cut on her paw by a soda can. So that's starting to make me think of all the pollution that we could have, and it seems like we are the problem with that road being so close. What I also notice in the next couple pages is I see that Felina goes and talks to an American crocodile, and there's trash floating in that water. The next page after that, she starts talking and seeing deer, but it makes me think about predators. I want to think about why is that deer eating out of that feeder and what's happening to that manatee when they start talking to that manatee. So, questions that you might see today. Boys and girls, these are your exact exit ticket questions. The questions are in black. I'm giving you some hints in blue today. Maybe this will help. So, the first question you might see is what does the word pollution mean as it's used in the sentence on page 14? Well, remember, we don't have page numbers, so I kind of told you where that was. It's the page where Felina cuts her paw. So, what causes her paw to get cut? Who leaves it? And what is that pollution that is there? Keep in mind, remember, I did kind of tell you that there was a soda can there. Who leaves soda cans? On page 16, you're going to start seeing that pollution starts to affect animals. And this crocodile starts telling Felina some things that kind of upset me a little bit. There's something floating in that water, and you might want to read the text and see that interaction and what Felina and the crocodile say to each other. Then it says on the illustrations on page 17 and 18, boys and girls, this is where the deer are eating out of a feeder. And I want you to kind of look and see, how does the author support the idea that it's bad to feed wild animals? So I want you to think, the deer are becoming a little bit closer to houses. I want you to read what Felina thinks about when she sees that. And then on page 19 and 20, which is the next page with the manatee, what caused that manatee to get hurt? I will tell you that this is a select all, and there are two valid reasons, and they are smack dab in the text, so make sure you read it. All right, how to get help today. If you get stuck, message me on Edsby, or I might be on Zoom. I'll let you know. I will always send you that link. But your challenge word for today is banana pancakes. And if you don't know the word, I will not help you out. So your independent reading journal. Boys and girls, we are still having some big issues with independent reading. So keep in mind, number one, you should not be writing an independent reading journal on Felina. You need to be writing on your own book. If you write about Felina today, it will be a 0. You need your own Just Right chapter book. So either you need to be reading a chapter book that you took from school or a chapter book at home, or you need to get back on Mayan and find a Just Right book for yourself. If you can't find a Just Right book for yourself on Mayan, please send me a message. Remember, you got to tell me the challenge word first. but I will gladly try to help you find a text. It should be literature, ladies and gentlemen, not informational, meaning it needs to tell a story. You need to read for 30 minutes, and I did post a video on how to reflect and write for a reading journal. Boys and girls, if you don't give me 3 to 5 sentences, you will not receive credit. One sentence is not enough. You need to elaborate, give me evidence, maybe even cite the page it happened on. If you are struggling on independent reading journals, please make sure you watch the video I post, come back to this to watch expectations, or go ahead and send me a message and we can talk about why you're having difficulties. A lot of you are still receiving zeros because you're not writing correctly. Please let me help you out. Remember, your challenge word for today is banana pancakes if you need anything from me. Bye, guys.